Je vais déliter mon tout.
Du coup, je mets le même sur Nabiya et sur Element.
Ouais.
Malheureusement.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SandStorm meetup. Today, I am joined by Nabiya Studios. Thank you guys very much for coming on today. I do appreciate it.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having us. Really glad to be here.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Excited for the show. Usually like to start out with a little bit of an introduction for anyone watching that might not know, about, the founders of the team and, what got you guys to Web3 and where did Nabiya Studios come from?
Yeah. So, well, personally, I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Nabiya Studio. And we can say that we are like blockchain native studio. I've been in the space for 4 years. I started in the convention industry. I was a curator for one of the first blockchain game summit sponsored by Ubisoft. And that's when I met all the OGs, quite famous now, but back then we are not many of us. And they were so inspiring. I just fell down the rabbit hole. So, yeah. But the Nabiya studio is only 1 year old.
Only 1 year old. All right. And for anyone watching that might not know what Nabiya Studios is, what exactly do you guys do?
So we create video games for the Metaverse, and we are mainly working on the Sandbox at the moment, and we are creating our own title called Elements. We'll show you footage later on, and we also create for big IPs, and we also show some images later on. Awesome. So we're very based. Everything we do is Web3 based and on the Metaverse.
Nice. And you mentioned that you build in the sandbox. I guess what attracted you to the sandbox versus the other metaverses?
It's very funny because 4 years ago, when Sébastien Bourget was, going into many conventions, blockchain game conventions, he was pitching all the developers. And nowadays, it's the opposite. All the developers are trying to get in. I heard that there are only 25% of land left. It was just an amazing opportunity, the decentralization and really putting the user at the center of their own experience. That you own your experience is absolutely amazing. We love the technology. We love that our artists can be completely empowered because all of them are super talented, but they were, going through difficult times job-wise. And it's amazing that they can work with us full time on an amazing project. So that's thanks to the Web3, definitely.
Yeah, no, truly. There's a lot of great stories of people that, had lost their way, didn't know what they were going to do, and then they found their way in Web3, and building in the sandbox is going to be a career. It is a career, but I think it's going to be something that I think kids aspire to be when they grow up.
Yeah, we know exactly. It's a new job, metaverse architects.
Yeah.
And
speaking of like the architects and artists, how many architects and artists are part of your guys' team?
So at the moment we are 6. they all have their own skill and genre and style. And when they come in, Seba, who's the art director, maybe you can introduce yourself. He goes, he spends a lot of time to train, because Sandbox has its own in-house tools, as you know, and most of them were not voxel artists, but they became after a year or two of training very high end, very experts. And some of them have been working for the Sandbox, I mean, in the environment for a while. Like Seba, he worked on I don't know if you've heard of the project that we a crazy project we started called Shrine of Truth, that we did with our friends the Sunrush team. And again, it happened because we were on the Web3. We saw on the map they were next to Lightrad Adventures, another project I was project managing for, and we decided to create for 3 months this amazing building. And I think it's now it's at CyberCons. But anyway, maybe you want to introduce yourselves, guys, because I'm the only one talking here.
Yeah, and also maybe Seba, you can start sharing your screen, because we also have portraits of the whole team. So now that we're talking about the people there, maybe we can show them in our way at Nabiya. And of course, I'll let you talk, Seba, if you want to introduce yourself.
Okay. So I share my screen now.
Ouais, c'est bien là. It's good.
Perfect.
Okay. So, as Mary said, I'm the art director and co-founder of Nabiya Studio. I've been a visual artist since about 25 years now. I worked as a designer for many projects and brands, especially in the luxury and cosmetic industry. And so a couple of years, Mary introduced me to blockchain technology. And I've been blown away by all the creative potential, especially on the Metaverse. So that's why we decided to build something together.
Yeah. Were you used to, I guess, voxel art at the time?
No. I did lots of 3D. I mean, traditional 3D, but voxel art was new to me. And besides, I do. I'm quite. I do some calligraphy work, so I'm rather used to curves and really curvy stuff. So
really different then.
Yeah, it was a quantum leap to jump into voxel art.
That's also the genius of it. Like you found a way to put the curves that you like so much inside voxel art, and people will be able to see it afterwards. And that's what I love about Nabiya Studio and your creativity.
Well, the other day, Pierre, one of our artists, said that we kind of we try to think out of the cube. I think it's a nice a nice statement, and we try to go that way.
Nice.
And also, if I can introduce myself, I'm Frenchie. I'm the CMO of Nabiya's studio, and I'm here for the community outreach, and also to make sure that the community feels awesome inside our experience to come in every step of the way.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I think that is a big element of NFTs and Metaverse and World 3 is not World 3, Web 3 is, the community aspect of it, and just how connected you are with, the people that are using your product.
Yeah, exactly. Because in a way, when you work in Web 3, and that's also what I love about Marie and Seba, is that they always think, because they are decentralization maximalists, to be honest, they always think what is going to be the benefits for the users. And for me, being in the NFT space for like a year now, and being just a consumer, a buyer of NFTs and holder of collections that I love, for me, it's all about community first.
Mhm.
And that's what made me want to work with them. When we talked the first time, I knew instantly that they were first builders, but builders for the community.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that, to be honest.
And
Yeah. No.
and thank you so much for inviting us, because we are very underground. We don't do much communication. We are just the builders. We build, build, build.
Hey,
And
no, thank you for coming on.
so it's very exciting for us to show for once, for the first time, what we've been doing. And just to say that portraits were drawn, hand drawn by Walter. He's an amazing artist. We just love what he does. He has many comic books published. He's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So okay, maybe we can you can show other the next
Yeah,
about.
I was gonna ask about elements. You know, he has elements up here on the screen. You know, it's a game that you guys are developing within the sandbox, correct?
Sure.
Correct. It's a
Exactly.
3x3. As you can see, it's a very rough mock-up. It takes us back to 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We started a year ago, and that's how we started. 3x3, and as you can see, there are 5 elements, and they have. Yeah, David, you want to go ahead with that?
Yeah.
Explain where it comes from.
Of course, exactly. Basically, Elements is going to be an exploration, an atmospheric game, where the experience will be completely immersive inside the sandbox, but also inside our Discord. And I will talk about this a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the environment is going to be part of the gameplay. You have to work with the environment because it's all about the elements. um, it's actually inspired by the Chinese zodiac. The game features adventures, exploration of the 5 elements. You have wood, fire, earth, metal, water, and these are derived from the 5 elements theory, called wuxing, philosophy that describes the relationship and interdependence between all things. If Seba, if you can show maybe the circle of the elements, so I can just explain a bit more. Here on the scheme, you can see that the green arrows are the nourishment relationships. For example, if you take wood, the green one, the green circle, it nourishes fire. But
Mm-hmm.
also you have the red arrows, and they are the dominion relationship. For example, you take water. Water dominates fire, and it can destroy fire. So it makes an amazing gameplay. There's a lot of variety. It changes the relationship between the factions, and inside the Discord is going to be um, I mean, I can't wait for people to play that game inside the Discord. To be honest, sometimes the factions will be friends, sometimes they will be enemies because of these relationships. And yeah, it's teaching all about finding balance and embracing the process rather than reaching a goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're the hero. And your mission is to restore the balance in a world fallen into chaos. It's all about harmony.
Mm-hmm. And so you said that there's going to be different factions, I guess, for each element. So people in the Discord will either be part of a fire faction or a water faction, and are they going to?
Yeah.
So are they going to be working together or against each other?
Yeah,
It depends on which faction you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. That's actually the beauty of it. Like, for example, let's say you enter the Discord. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you will have to choose a faction, but
You actually don't. It's you go through a personality test,
exactly,
and
uh,
then you vote, and it depends. It doesn't mean that your friends can be in the same faction. And
exactly.
mm,
But also, what's cool about elements and the relationship between the elements is that even if you're not in the same faction as your friends, you might end up needing to work together. Because, like, okay, so you're fire, for example, and inside the game, well, it's possible that fire will be chosen for a week to be, let's say, the king of elements for the week inside the Discord, and then
Yeah.
the other factions through lots of cool stuff that, of course, people will realize when inside the discords. The factions will, through comments and everything, help out the king or help destroy the king, and of course lots of rewards can come from that. And that's the beauty of it. We are going to have some really cool tokenomics. Of course, it's inside the sandbox. It's a play and earn game. Playing the experience will earn you XP rewarded in Sand. But inside the Discord, we will add soft currency. You will get Nabis, whether you're participating actively in the weekly games, organizing events for the community and things like this. And these also in the future, it's a soft currency for now, but there's lots of things we can do because we're decentralized maximalists. So these rewards can even have really cool IRL value and utility.
And we are showing a bit of a work in progress as well. This is a kinetic sculpture because we love, the art director loves, and this is fire. The kinetic sculpture movement where objects are self-animated.
Yeah.
So you can see on Voxedit and the rendered version of it. So they've done an amazing animation work on this.
I think I read that these assets are also available, like if you just wanted to purchase them for your land in the Sandbox marketplace, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The drop is happening on the 5 elements sculptures. This is Earth. They are happening in 30th of June. It's very, very soon. And this is water. Looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah.
And
these are amazing. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about voxel art and stuff, and I'm not an artist, but these look amazing to me.
Wait till you see this one. It's my favorite personally. The metal one.
Metal, Art Deco. Art Deco ou Art Nouveau, Seba?
Art Deco, I think.
Art Deco, voilà.
Wow.
It was Art Deco. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, that is trippy.
Yeah, I could watch it for like hours. You know,
Yeah.
It could be in front of me. I could work. I could play. I could do lots of things just by watching it.
Okay, Nabi Wings.
Yeah, so this is a wearable.
We wanted to it's a wearable for a standard avatar. We wanted to organize a giveaway, but we'll do it later on Twitter.
Awesome. So
we could organize it at the end, for example, at the end of the live on Twitter, so people can go on Twitter and participate in the giveaway, and we could maybe choose 3.
Is the Genesis. So Nabi in Korean means butterfly. So we made these. We made 1,000, and it's the Genesis, the first batch, and there will be others with different texture, different shape. But this is really the first one for the community.
Yeah. And since there's only 1,000 of those, even if there are like other iterations in the future, we will know the people who were there first. So that's
cool.
Awesome. You guys said you guys are going to do a giveaway for the wings on Twitter?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Make sure if you guys are watching, check out the Nabiya Twitter. I'm sure Slater can post it in the chat. And after the show, be on the lookout for that giveaway.
Actually, we will do it on the Elements Twitter. So if you guys could put it in the chat, that would be awesome.
And maybe we can stream live the game. Do you feel like it, Seba?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Yeah, that could be cool.
So when will this game, I guess, be playable?
Season 4. So we kind of depend on the Sandbox timeline.
Yeah.
And the roadmap for season 4 should be Q4 this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have this experience launched then. This is on Earth. It's funny because it's a ship, a galleon, but it's an Earth element.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I know a lot of the stuff relies on Sandbox's timeline and when they come out with the different alpha seasons and what they allow in the seasons. But I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah, but that's also the beauty of it. Having a gaming experience inside the Discord is going to give us the possibility, and give the community the possibility to just interact even before, gain rewards even before, and yeah, this could lead to really cool stuff in the game and everything. So yeah, that's also why we wanted the experience to be completely immersive, not only inside the sandbox, but also everywhere the community is going to be able to, yeah, to be with us, and to be a part of the experience we're building all together.
It's an IP. Elements is an IP, and we have a project for different kind of medium. So we are starting with, of course, a Discord, but also, there will be other means of playing the game.
Of
yeah.
course, and
So
and links.
it's a complete IP. Mm.
Exactly, and there could be links with what's happening in the Discords, and that's the beauty of it.
Is it, and now is this in the Elements Discord?
We haven't launched yet.
Okay.
Is going to be launched for the NFT drop in June.
Okay. All right. This is I mean, as far as like Sandbox games that I've talked to, I mean, this is one of the more like intricate games, you know. I mean, you guys have really put a lot of work into this.
So we are like we consider ourselves like an art. We are very much into art. Our posture is we create like a high-end experience with high-end voxel art.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. Of course, the game mechanics has to be really exciting. We wanted to bring storytelling. We have a very rich lore. We worked with two different narrative designers. And we love poetry, we love art, and that's we hope that he will show.
Yeah, did so I did have a question. Did any of you, I guess, have a background in gaming? I know you said that you worked at Ubisoft for a little bit.
No, I didn't. No, Ubisoft was the sponsor of the curation. I did
Oh.
the show. In back in 2018, it was, I believe, the first show in a blockchain game
Yeah.
industry, and Ubisoft was supporting this. And but I was in a video game industry, but not as in a production.
Mm-hmm.
I've been always working in the convention side.
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, yeah, the game from the gameplay that I'm watching here, I mean, it looks great. It seems like it's running smooth. There's a lot of tasks that need to be done, and I
Yeah.
mean,
So we are at the moment currently working on the game balancing,
mm-hmm.
and it's tricky because you don't want something try hard. We really want the player feel the poetry of the adventure, and it's not about just the defeating, and you have to make the quest interesting enough, and and a meaning behind it. So that's where the narrative designers did a great job.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
very underground. We haven't shown anything, so it's weird to show.
It
Cool.
is.
Yeah,
It's cool.
and also because you were saying how the narrative is going to be essential, and maybe I could just like run up about a narrative about an element, or and a boss that we have, that I found really interesting. I really love about the metal element, for us, and for, of course, the creators at Nabiya Studio. Metal is the element of, time and progress. It's also an element that enables evolution, and the element that pertains most closely the life of humans in particular. It's ductile, it's firm. It actually represents control in a mature sense, like an authority not born out of, I'd say, thirst for power, but out of discipline. And we want, through the missions, through the gameplay, we want the hero to be able to really get a sense of all these things. And also the tiger boss. I don't know if you can show it, Seba. I think we have maybe a video where we can see him.
Yeah.
The
It's
tiger boss.
yeah. It's awesome.
Poor Tiger Lord.
Yeah, the Tiger Lord.
He's fallen into depression.
Yeah. He, he live in that like big palace at the very top of a canopy that we can see right now. He's the boss of the in the wood element. A very wise lord, you could say. But as Marie said, he has fallen into deep sadness because of the chaos that human beings have brought to the elements.
Yeah.
He lost his ability to dream, to be even inspired. And the hero, as a player, his mission is to help the Tiger Lord find and free all the dream catchers and bring them back to him so he could dream again. You could even say revive in a way, and restore the peace and harmony inside the wood elements, and also inside the world of elements in general. So yeah, we really want the player to have a sense of how the lore, the history, and the influences are important to us and will be important to them inside the game, inside the sandbox, but also you'll see inside the Discord.
So sorry, because we took a lot because we are so passionate, and we've been working
Yeah.
on this for a year, and we could not stop actually. So feel free to interrupt anytime.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I love the passion. I was gonna ask, so like the tiger boss and any other bosses that you have in the game, will these like be available to purchase in the sandbox marketplace? Like, say if someone wanted a boss like this in their build.
Yeah, we have so not the 12 bosses, because we want to do it step by step, by phase.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 bosses, and we are hoping that we can someone will get a collection of all of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the fountain, can you see the fountain? Can you show the fountain? I love it. The fountain is a fountain of youth. We
Wow.
can't really see it there, but yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys obviously have some really talented artists working on the game and stuff. Where did you guys find your guys' artists?
That's a secret. Hiring is a beast, as you know, in Web3, and all our artists are amazing, and we keep them secret. No. We have Gaetano, we have Walter. They are very, very expert. They are both Italians. We have Ben, who just she's a junior profile, but doing great. She's doing amazing props. We have. I shouldn't forget anyone because we'll be in trouble. Pierre, of course, the production manager, who is also in the comic books, and they are very, very talented. Yeah.
Nice. And do you guys ever run any, community contests to find like new artists?
There will be, of course, because we cannot be about the art and not ask people to be able to showcase what they're doing. I mean, it could be an opportunity to find some artists. Of course, it's always an opportunity in Web3, and that's what I love also about Web3. But it will be also opportunities to get some rewards, to be able to gain some things inside the experience. So there will definitely be some art contests, and not just even art contests, because we want the whole community to be able to interact with us and to feel as a whole. So even contests that are not art will happen for sure.
So we have a very peculiar way of working. So of course we are fully remote. And 4 times a year, we go to a chalet in the Alps or Annecy and spend a week together and work. And that's when all the brainstorming happens. So talking about hiring artists, all the artists we have is 100% full-time. We don't have like, they can be, on the payroll or freelancers, but they are fully committed to Elements. That's a big difference from other studios I heard, because many artists are working on several projects for several different clients, which is not the case for us. We are really like a team, and we are very proud of that, because we created a very strong team.
Exactly.
Because we are 100 full-time altogether. Okay.
And so you said, as of right now, you guys are fully, 100% focused on Elements. I want to say I looked at the website, and like before, you had done collabs with, Avenged Sevenfold and Spells of Genesis.
We can maybe we can show. So the Seba, can you show the logos of our current clients? So of course, to fund our activity, we also need, and we are in a great place where we are able to pick our clients. That's amazing, because there's so much work in the Web3. And in the audience, if you're not yet working in Web3, it's a good time to start.
Yeah.
So for mid-July, for the season 3 of the Sandbox, 2 projects will be launched. Spells of Genesis, which is one of the oldest trading card games. It wasn't even on Ethereum, because I think it was back in 2016 on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And we have Avenged Sevenfold, and it will be, you can play, you'll be able to play in July. And also, it's a shame that we can't show you yet the images, the footage of Wonder Woman is coming out also in July. We have 3 projects shipped in July, because they are starting to show only next week for NFT New York City. But I can say already, Wonder Woman is, we are very, very proud. I think we set a precedent. This is really it's not seen yet on the Sandbox, because it's all lines and curves, and it's I can't say what it is. Let's say it's a building, and it's quite amazing. So check it out. The teaser comes out in a week, and you will be able to visit mid-July. And
it's going to be awesome. I mean, I have to say it also, because I'm in love with what you did with it. So
we have some footage of Spells of Genesis. You see the door. Can you put it up, the door, Spells of Genesis?
Oops.
Yeah, the door is inspired. So Gaetano made this. It's inspired, all the curves and line. You could really say that it's not even voxel art, really,
Yeah.
And it's inspired by, he's a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So his inspiration comes from that. So you want to show maybe it's a 1x1 land, and there are many Easter eggs for the collectors of trading card games. You see some, they'll be able to see some characters in there, NPCs, and it's a wink. Yeah.
Now you said that you guys get to pick, who you work with. What goes into the process of, okay, we're going to work with World of Women because, or we're going to work with Cyberconks because, like, why? Like, what?
Yeah,
because you guys want to work with someone?
We believe in that project, and we like the founders, and all the time they really have a vision for what they want to do. So usually we get an email or a tweet, and we get started talking about what can be done. And this is Avenged Sevenfold experience. And same here, many Easter eggs for fans. They'll be able to. It's going to be nice for them.
Now, will this be like an area where, because Avenged Sevenfold's a band, correct?
Yes, it is.
Will this be an area where they'll be able to come in here, I guess, when the sandbox allows it, and do things such as like fan meetups or experiences?
This is Avenged Sevenfold land, and they own it.
Yeah.
And they are going to organize definitely events and nice stuff for the fans, of course.
Yeah.
And it will all happen in July. We had the Trippy Tunnel. Where is it gone?
Yeah, I think it's right after.
Is there any project that you like a dream project that you have, like NFT project that you wish would email you and say, hey, like we want you to develop this for us, like build a land or experience or game?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Oh, well, I don't know. That's I don't know.
Yeah, I think the dream project is every project that you really get along with and share a vision with.
Yeah.
So I personally, when I talk to Marie and Pierre, every time they're working on a project, they're so passionate about what they're about to build, what they're about to share at meetings and everything, that I think the dream project is being able to pick and work in Web3 and build with amazing projects in a sense.
Agreed. Obviously you guys are located in the sandbox, building in the sandbox. Have you ever had any thought about other metaverses that you've planned to explore and build in?
At the moment, yeah, we are definitely looking what's going on elsewhere, and today we have no information to give because on this.
Yeah. Okay. So possibility in the future.
Yeah, interoperability it was a big dream for games, and well, actually, Spurs of Genesis, we created their experience on the sandbox, but also on Crypto Voxels, and they were celebrating their 5th anniversary. And they had some gathering and community for in both. I mean, not on the sandbox. That will happen in July, but they already had an event on Crypto Voxels. Yeah. So for some IPs, it's interesting to consider many metaverses because they are bridges.
Yeah. Of course. And
yeah, that's an ideal, I think, in the end for everyone. So
yeah.
So thinking about it is pretty like natural, but we're so focused on what we're building right now that it's going to be well thought if it has to happen.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, as builders in the metaverse, what would you guys say? I guess it is the biggest challenge with building in the metaverse.
We are learning. We are learning. We all have different skills because we are not so young, and artists they all have their genre, but we are learning for each metaverse how to do it. We are creating, inventing the work process, the workflow. The production management is something that is a skill and plan, and so we are learning as we go, and the more experience you have, better you are. And we are shipping 3 projects, and we feel quite confident, but it takes time. Definitely.
Yeah. And
so that's not you want to show the video, David's video, and because we are coming to
Yeah, and also what I can say on my end is it's a challenge for me, community-wise, because it's so different. I've been in the NFT space, but lots of PFPs projects and everything, and building on the metaverse is with Marie and Pierre. At least it's a really really long term vision. It's wanting to make that ideal that they have, that we all share, real, and building it step by step, but in the best way possible, aesthetically speaking, but also community wise. And it has been an incredible challenge to learn how it's going to work. Of course, there are things in common with what I've been seeing in the PFP projects and everything, but there are also so many different things, and you have to think long term in a way that it's always a challenge to find new ways to interact with the community. Also, what we did with the Discord, inside the Discord, that we wanted to do something different. We wanted Discord to be another part of our experience, our metaverse, for elements. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but it's so cool on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see, where everything goes, and uh, it is just a growing space, and everything is so new, and like I said, a lot of projects are limited with what Sandbox allows them to do currently, and it'll be cool to see what Sandbox allows more projects to do in the future. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, it will get there. It's just a big machinery. It's a big project. Any metaverse is a big project, and there's a lot of technology involved. And it will get there. And the only thing to do is just to keep building. Like
yeah. Are
just
there? Any,
yeah.
I was going to ask, are there any other games, I guess, besides Elements that you guys are working on for anyone that's contracted you guys?
Apart from the people we showed you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment, no, we are not. We haven't taken any more projects because we really need to focus on elements.
Mm-hmm.
And the other projects we have is to create Maison Nabi on the Sandbox
Okay.
for brands. So we'll make when it's ready, we'll show it. But it's going to be quite exciting. Yeah, for fashion brands and design.
Nice. Now, what are these that keep popping up with, like, the art concepts of the different element warriors, I guess?
Fire, earth, yeah, drawn
the
by
what
water, drawn by Walter. He did an amazing job.
metal.
Hmm. And I had to say, there was no female, and he made the metal female.
Yeah,
Warrior.
these are going to be amazing armors inside our experience, and I
Yeah.
can't wait. The concept arts are fire, and they are working on it as we speak. So I can't wait to see them come to life inside the game.
Mm.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, the concepts looked amazing. Obviously, very talented artists. Even the drawings of the team, they were just hand drawn, right, of the picture of the team. I mean, yeah, just absolutely amazing art. Is there anything you feel like that we didn't talk about today that you'd like to add?
I think we are more than happy with everything we could have shared today. It's an amazing opportunity. It's
Awesome.
nice because it really brings back memories of 1 year of intensive work. You know that Web3 can be very very intense,
Yeah.
especially for people like us who are into production, and
Yeah.
it's very satisfying actually to be able to show to a wider audience because we are very underground. We've
Yeah,
never communicate much, and it's super cool.
but also it's something I want to say that I really like, is that sometimes you find projects that raise money before building, And sometimes, of course, not always, there are lots of cool projects that raise money and then start building amazing stuff. But it can happen in Web3, and it actually happens, unfortunately, that people raise some money and they fail to really deliver what they said they were going to deliver. And working on the building side with people that are actually, they thought about building for a year before thinking about the release and everything, it's actually refreshing to see that, because you have to trust them in a way. You see what I mean? Like, they are building. I never, like, they have a date. They release at the date and things like this. So I think it's going to be refreshing, and it's the really it's the start of an incredible adventure of people who can really over deliver in the future. Under promising and over delivering is actually what I love about Nabiya. So yeah.
Mm.
Awesome. Now, I do have to say, like, where, for the people watching the stream, where the number one place that they should go to find you guys? You say you're underground. Anyone that's going to want to get into Elements or any future projects you guys are doing, where should we direct them?
There's Twitters, Elements Twitter, and Nabiya Twitter.
Elements Twitter and Nabiya Twitter. There you go.
Exactly. If you wanna send them inside the chat, I sent you also the Elements Twitter in the talk that we had in Discord. If you want to just copy paste it, but yeah, you are going to hear a lot of us via Twitter and then via the Discord, of course. Hoping we can release it really soon. We are doing a lot of beta tests for the game, the in-game, the play to build the community game. So yeah, I hope we can see you all in the Discord very soon. Until then, Twitter is going to be the best place for that, and also for the giveaway that we're going to do as soon as the live ends.
All right. Yeah. So don't forget about the giveaway over on Twitter. Once again, I appreciate you all coming on today and having a conversation with me. I appreciate everyone watching out in the stream. Yeah, thank you guys very much. I mean, I think it was a great time.
For having us.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really, really cool being able to show that to the people here. And thank you everyone who was here to watch. And yeah, can't wait to show you way more about the experience.
See you soon.
All right, everyone in chat, go over to the Elements Twitter and look for that giveaway. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll be live again on Monday.